We will be live in 9 minutes and 15 seconds. And we are live.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. The feeling we chase. I'm wide awake. Take me away now. 'Cause I won't go down the same old path again now. No, I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. This feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me. Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy. Making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive. Ours now. The road never ends. It's me and my friends. These are the good times. And I'm feeling like I could go on forever. And I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. This feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me. Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy. Making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive.
Alright everyone, thanks for joining us, and we are live. So we have the set built, we have Merle up in the left hand corner, we have me, and you can't see it or not, but the chat is in the other side. So we can try out and see what. I started this a little bit early, so Tommy Willis says he's not here.
Tommy's not here tonight.
Tommy's not here tonight, okay. So we can do this. And we can zoom out. And the cool things is that we can actually put Merle wherever he wants. I can put Merle in both screens, which I might do.
Well, I don't know about that.
that way he's in stereo. I like that idea.
Let's see. I need to figure something out, but I'm not sure what I can figure. I need to put that. If I make a virtual copy of this, maybe I can move it.
There we go. Now we got Merle in both pictures there. He's dual.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
So this is our new virtual set for our live stream on Saturday nights. And like you can see, I can have 2 more people in the background. Right now Merle's taking up 2 boxes, but he's worth it.
Now you said that I couldn't put this in the output. Yeah, you're right, I can't. So let me see. I'm trying to figure out how I can still get it on my main screen out front though.
Oh, you can throw it on your other screen.
I don't know if I can.
So our health is good. We have 7 up and watching. I started a little bit early. We'll let everybody join in. So Tommy, what do you think of the new set? Took me weeks to do this. Technically,
Yeah.
it took me 5 hours. Thanks for joining, Sybil. Yep, turn the live chat on, everyone. Glad to see you here, Sybil.
Yeah,
Hey Danielle, thanks for coming in.
I'm going to try something here in a second. I'm going to layer the call with a virtual copy and see if it works that way. It may not. No, that couldn't work either. Oh, I'll figure something out. Got a 42-inch screen up there and I can't use it. Man, these producers, I just don't know what to think about it. These producers, they're always messing with me. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Tom. Hi, Sybil. Hi, Daniel. Agajanian. I even pronounced your name right. Golly. Bill Dawson, hey.
Hey, Bill. You guys let us know if Merle's too loud, too quiet.
Yeah. Just scream at me, and I'll try to straighten up. Oh.
And Tommy says it looks very good.
Well, if he says it looks good, I'd wonder about it.
And Sybil says everything is perfect.
Oh, that's great. Okay, Tommy, I got a good question for you.
Shh, don't tell my secret.
He's sending me a picture, and he's asking me to send him my picture, which you're seeing on both sides of Mark. So what I want to look at is in the preview page. How can I get that on my 42-inch monitor out front? I don't think I can.
If you make another input with just that, your view page, and broadcast that on a different screen, you should be able to do that.
I'm not sure I understood what you said there.
If you take and
So, I made a virtual copy
yep,
of our set, but I can't figure out how to get it on another screen. It's probably a pure case of stupid, but I don't know.
Tommy says too much video Merle.
Yes, he's right.
Well, Tommy, when
He's
you have a
definitely
guest on
right.
your channel, you have to broadcast that guest, and I figured it was the best way to have Merle on both sides of the video, because he's the highlight.
Can you?
Hey, Far, how's it going? Good to see you.
Are you able to put the chat in one of my screens there?
I have the. No, you can't see the chat.
Would be.
I tried it. It didn't work so well. All I could see was just real little stuff, so I changed my mind.
Well, we're always on the bleeding edge. Pick the display input you want. Pick the display.
We're always pushing this to extremes. So grab the chair, buddy. You can sit right here. Merle is always pushing this all the way right to the max. So
Yeah, boy, I am. Pick the display input you want. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I don't know how to do it, I don't think.
Nathan, good to see you. Oh, there's where. Alright. Fix one of my problems. And the audio coming up. We're gonna
You
give
guys just go ahead and carry on. Settings in the upper right of vMix. Okay. Full screen. Ah.
There you go,
Yeah,
you can watch right
but
there.
I need to change the full screen to the preview screen. Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that.
Oh, Tommy's training you. You know,
He's trying.
what I might end up doing is, Tommy, are you home or you want to go live?
Let's see. I don't
If you
wanna
want to
change
go
my
live, Tommy,
full
I will
screen.
send you a link. I'll have Merle send me an email and I'll get you up in a box so we can get the dual Merles off.
Yeah, come on in, Tommy.
He doesn't like when I hijack stuff. Oh, he's not in my studio. You don't have to be in a studio. So tonight, guys, we are going to be trying new software. We're actually showing you what's capable of vMix. With the amount of stuff that's going on here, you can see what you can do. I don't promote vMix. That's Merle's job.
I do.
And I'm going to let it off to him as he's trying to fix his stuff. He can tell you about vMix.
I don't sell vMix, I just like it. But every once in a while, somebody throws me for a loop here. I can't figure out how to change the full screen display, but I bet there's a way.
You got the full screen, hide it up or highlight it up on the top.
Yeah, but you see, my full below. I think I might have found it. Full screen display 1.
All right.
Got it, Tommy. I got it. Thank you.
You happy now?
I'm tickled.
Okay.
And I
Good
had
job.
a nap this afternoon, so I'm ready to rock and roll, guys.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay. So I want to thank everyone for joining us. 7:05 right now, and we'll give another 5 minutes so get to know each other. If you have not known if there's somebody new in the chat and you like what you see, go check them out. You know, show them some love. However you want to do that, that'd be great. Tonight's going to be
And
about current
voices in the
affairs, some about gardening, some about Christ. Our normal Saturday evenings doesn't change much. Sports fan, hi, how's it going? How does everything sound and look to you? I've got Merle over here throwing me for a loop.
Oh yeah, me. We gotta
Camp.
find something for one of those.
How
for
you
one of those
doing?
windows,
Thanks for
though.
stopping by. Yeah, like I said, guys, this is all new. 'Cause, you know, we're trying to figure out how to fix this stuff. So, Merle, you want to go live?
Uh-huh.
Or you want me to do it?
Yeah,
and I'm showing some new software. It's not new software, I'm just showing you what you're capable of doing. Camp just gave you some more love in your channel there. You have a new subscriber.
Thank you, Camp. Let me find you, and I will return the favor.
Forerunners, thanks for stopping by. Sports fan saying it looks great, sounds great. Tommy's in here, more than enough.
Camp, looks like you got a fun channel too.
So this met you through Grizz. Okay, and Dylan, yep. I was on there the other night. Yeah, Mikey's a good buddy of mine when he first started live streaming, so you know that one, Merle, that's Dylan's Homestead. He's got the sawmill.
Yeah, he was actually I went on what did I do? Yeah, I went on a hangout with him when he was working on his house there for a few minutes.
Yep. Yeah, Tom, vMix I've been struggling with, and I've been trying new stuff, and this is my new project. In the back of the screen is a 4K video playing behind me, and you have Merle on his side there, and eventually when he sends me some video clips or pictures, I'll make a 4K video and that'll be playing behind him. So I'm seeing what I'm pushing vMix to its limit.
Tommy, Mark, there is an awful lot of me there. Can you by any chance put a video, a garden video or something in one of those?
I can. You
there
sure
really
you want me
a
to?
Lot of, oh, I know what would be neat. No, it wouldn't. It was a bad idea. Never mind.
I was already thinking about that, and I don't want to push the envelope.
Okay.
Even though I know I got permission, it's
okay. That's cool. I understand. I don't want to see you go to jail or anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Well, I got the chat covering up one of me, so it works for me. If you guys want to pop the chat out and you don't want to look at me twice, pop the chat out, put the chat right over top of me, and we're good to go. Passion for hunting and fishing. Hello.
Hey, Passion. How's it going?
I like your name, your channel name too. I like that.
See, I like having the two U up there. It's fun.
Okay. If you're happy, that's the main thing.
Yep.
The producer of the show should be happy. That's important.
Alright, guys, let's get this thing going. Let's go through the who's in the chat. I want to say Tommy Willis, thank you for joining us. Forerunners, thanks for joining. Sports fan, thank you. Camp, thank you. Sybil, thank you very much for coming in. We have Passion for Hunting in here. We have William R. He says this might be a good idea to put your scrolling chat in the window. You could go full screen and see the chat at the same time. I don't know if I can do that in vMix.
Yeah, well, what I did, William, is I just popped the chat out, and I'm watching a 42-inch TV. So I just popped the chat out and covered up one of my pictures with the chat. Works great. And the TV's about 10 feet away from me, so it looks like I'm looking at the camera, but I'm not really.
You guys really don't want to see Merle? I mean, I can
Twice?
fix that. I can fix it. But I just figured.
But that putting a chat over that one side works real well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that too, Tommy. Yeah, put the chat in one of my windows, and you can let the
You can't.
you know,
You
the
can't
guys
see
with
it.
phone.
I tried that. You can't see it.
People with phones would have a problem too.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is yet, but somebody will come up with one.
Well.
So far, if you've got a big monitor, you're in good shape. You can put things just right wherever you want them. And sorry to interrupt you there, Mr. Producer, but did we say hello to everybody? Did we?
I was
think
working
we got
on
them
it.
all.
I gotta.
Well, you stopped with William there. Tommy said it's all about Jesus. I don't know what he was referring to, but he's absolutely right, no matter what the subject. Looks like CNN, Forerunner says. I don't know if that was a compliment or not. It was a bad joke. That was probably a bad joke.
I took second Merle out. We have God's Word in the right-hand side. We have Merle on the left-hand side. You guys all happy with that?
I do like that better. Yeah.
30-second flicks. So everybody like this?
Set.
We're gonna do a prayer quick and get this party started. Sue, glad you could join us. So guys, take a second with me as we say a prayer to start the stream. Lord, please bless this stream tonight as we talk with our fellow brothers and sisters in Christ. Please protect our stream and welcome those that are new to our chat. Please help us and guide us, and I'm praying for those in need. And in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, we get officially get this thing started. 7:15. Sorry we're late.
Love you too, Sandy. If I understood everything correctly, you got some good news, I think. Good news is great news, always.
Passion says that would be my first to see someone do the pre in the live stream. I don't know what he's meaning there.
That will be my first to notice.
I'm gonna hop out of here quick. Merle, take over.
I am in charge now. The producer left me in charge, so you guys do whatever you want, but you can't say bad words. We've got 16 people in the room already. That's a good thing. A lot of things going on. Good evening, Jenny, and Rick too. And by the way, there's a couple of other videos that you may not have seen on the channel, on my channel. Okay, Merle, Tommy said, okay, let's talk about Mark while he's gone. It's a good chance, yeah, we could. I don't know, he sprung all this on. Oh, never mind. He's back.
All right,
he's back now. We can't say anymore. He's back.
Hey, Passion, yeah. We will do live streams, and all of our live streams, that's why everybody says it, we open it with a prayer, so that's how we do things. I see Jenny's in here.
Yeah, and her husband Rick Now, she never mentions Rick, but I just know he's there. So, hi, Rick. It's good to see you.
Look at that. 2 seaters in here.
2 seaters, and it's Dave and Darcy.
Glad you could join us.
I'll return the favor, Camp. Lots
so guys,
of new people.
Let me see a thumbs
really
up. You like the format? You want us to keep it like this? Good for everyone? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Thumbs down if you don't like it. Merle worked hard on this.
Yeah. What happened was he sprung it on me at the last minute, and I had to sort it out. But I kind of like it. It's up to the chat room, though. They're the ones that have to look at it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did want to welcome Darcy, because she's a little bit like Rick with Jenny. She doesn't often get to say anything either. What she needs to do is she needs to sign in with another device, and that way you guys can say whatever you want when you want to.
Thanks.
Plus,
Sybil.
it gives us another
I guess
click.
they like him, Earl.
Pardon me.
I said,
Yeah.
I guess they're liking it. Thank you, guys.
So far, we got some thumbs up. Yeah. Let's see.
So one of the things I wanted to talk to you about tonight is what's going on in the world. I know everybody's been hearing the news, and some people are just like, oh well, but tonight we have a couple different subjects, and I'm going to put Merle in a hot seat because he knows more about this one than I do.
Oh,
and there's
no.
a reason why the gardening is going the way it's going. There's a reason why your plants are growing bigger and better and more. Get what you can. Merle, would you like to discuss the summer-winter scenario, please?
I'd be happy to, and you can turn your audio up just a little if you'd like.
Okay.
Whoa!
What?
Anyway, we've got a, what do they call it? I wasn't prepared for this.
I'm just...
A solar minimum, which is about to come, I don't know, sometime. I'm hearing in the next 2 or 3 years or something like that. Could be tomorrow, as far as I know. But the very same thing happened in about 100 years ago. And what it involves is the fact that the sun is going through a cooling period. And apparently it's a normal cycle. But somewhere near 100 years ago, there was a summer that it didn't get warm enough to grow any gardens or anything. So, and that was worldwide as I understand it. But it's something that I haven't done a lot of research on, but enough to know that if you can, you probably ought to have as much food on hand as you can. So at least take a look online and look up solar minimum, see what you can find out. It's something that is not going to be a disaster unless you got unless you're left without something to eat. So it could be a problem.
And that's exactly the point. Is, you know, no one's growing anything. The cost of vegetables is going up, and then everybody's going to go into a famine, whatever. There's so many different scenarios that you can go with this. You know, if there's no food, or he's going to be going on that route. If there's very little food, then the cost of that food goes skyrocket. So that's transportation. There's so many different things that goes up. So it is really, really a good idea to, like the old saying goes, is you got to make hay when the sun's shining. I think that hay is, and that sun is now. So I hope that people, this is just not being talked about. When Merle brought this to my attention last week, I'm like, hey, we need to talk about that, because there ain't too many people out here that are saying that.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot even across YouTube, although that is where I first found it. But there's some scientists talking about it, and it's not something that, you know, it's not one of those things that is going to be, you know, it's not going to be the end of the world. We'll put it that way. But it's going to be very uncomfortable for a lot of people, though. If you go through a whole year without being able to grow any food worldwide, it could be pretty tough. Although they're telling me that so far, at least, and I haven't done a ton of research on this yet either, but what I've seen so far is working up to this thing, it could be extremely hot in your neck of the woods, or it could be extremely cold, and that is what we're seeing right now. So makes me wonder if it's not something that's coming along pretty soon.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about too, is that, you know, the heat that I'm seeing here, I've never, since I've been a kid, seen the heat indexes at 8 and 9, and it's kind of like a daily occurrence now. When you're leaving vegetables lay outside on the decks or on the garden, and they actually cook on that platform. When you see that you're watering constantly, the plants are wilting, right? You know, they just can't handle the heat. These are signs, guys, that there's something going on. And, you know, we can get into wormwood, we can get into the, you know, Planet X, or however you want to talk about it. And there was a study back in 705 BC done, and it was started as 360 days in a year. And this unknown planet came by, and it added 5 more days to the calendar. Now it took these people about 5 years to figure this out, but then the Egyptians showed up with it, the Chaldeans, the Israelites, all these different people started adding to the calendar. Now something really big had to happen for that to change, and supposedly what's happening is that was Planet X, wormwood, that had came close to our atmosphere and changed things. Now what they're saying is that because it's coming by again, it is pulling our protective barrier on the earth, and it's going to allow the sun's rays to come in even hotter. Now if there was ejection coming off the sun, there's no protection out there, and that's going to hit us. So this is what we're talking about. This is just a what-if scenario. I'm not saying this is going to happen. It is talked about in the Bible. It's 100%.
Yeah, I just
No.
put solar
Thanks,
minimum
Tommy.
into Google, and it comes in. Or go to master audio. Yeah, I think I'm hearing a little bit of white noise too, and I don't know where that's coming from. I think.
Yeah, Tommy. Then I'm not hearing Merle now because I turned that down.
Okay.
There we go. I gotta play with that a little bit.
Got a little bit of white noise, and I don't know where that's coming from, but
It's coming from me because I got 93 degrees in here and I got a fan blowing on me.
oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's all right then.
So
The solar minimum. Now this is got echo now.
that's because I flipped my headphones.
This is coming from the NASA. Let's see what they say. They say way too much for me to read, but the information is out there. So we need to be We don't want to stick our heads in the ground. We want to at least know what's going on. But, you know, setting aside the solar minimum, there could be some other catastrophe. So I guess what we're trying to say is, no matter what, if you can possibly put some food away, some extra food, just do it. The worst thing is you might have to eat it. So
Yeah, that's...
I shoot for 2 years plus right now, and I think when we get done with the green beans this year, we'll have somewhere in the neighborhood of 175 quarts of green beans. So
Wow.
we may turn green, but we'll have something to eat.
And that's the thing is, no matter how we look at this, all we're saying is be prepared. Get your food, get your sustainable homestead, stuff like that. It's not a bad thing at all, because you're going to look at it in two different ways. If we're wrong, you got some food. If we're wrong, you got some food.
Yeah, it's
You know, it's not, there's nothing wrong with it. You're just protecting yourself and making sure that you're okay. And just think about it too. Your family member down the street comes up and needs some food. You have some food for them. The times are going to be rough. It says in the Bible that a day's wage for a loaf of bread.
Yeah, Sue's got it right. She says, yes, no matter how the famine happens, it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that. But there could be other little things happen in the meantime before the big one, you know. So you got to be ready for bad weather, you know. Here's one of the things that you guys have heard me say more than once, and that is that at least in my town of about 10,000, the grocery stores only have food for 3 days. So, you know, after 3 days, if they can't get more food in here, that's when people start to get hungry, because a lot of people live, believe it or not, to go to the grocery store every day and buy what they need. So, something to think about.
I'm going to send out some invites. Did you guys get a notification that we were live? I'm seeing some people that are missing. Liberty Rogue Outdoors. Thanks for joining us.
I did get a notification, by the way.
All right. And then Sybil was talking in here, and she said that let me see, where is that? Down here, you can't stay out in the sun very long. It feels like your skin is on fire, and the rays are going through your clothes. So that just tells you how hot I mean, it is the same here too. You can't go outside and within minutes you're dripping. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the reason that supposedly why they're spraying all this stuff with the jets, is to limit that exposure somewhat. The radiation it will just burn you up. And if you're like we're outside in a t-shirt, you'll get sunburnt right through that t-shirt. So, something to think about.
You know, those people.
And you know,
go ahead, Merle.
well, I just wanted to say, you know, we didn't want to come in with gloom and doom all night long, but there are some things that a lot of people aren't thinking about that we feel obligated to at least let people know about. And these aren't conspiracy theories or anything like that. These are things that are real. Mm-hmm. And the problem is, you know, bad storms. You know, I lived through we lived way, and I mean way out in the country back when the kids were little, and we had a ice storm that kept us at our home place for 10 days. We couldn't go anywhere. There was no way to get any place. And if we hadn't had food stored, we would have been in trouble. Medicine is the same way. Those of you that take medicine on a regular basis, if there's any way that you can get your doctor to try to help you have something extra in case you can't get somewhere to get it, it would be a good idea as well. Yep, she's on the right page.
Find out where Justin is at.
He was on Sandy's channel about an hour ago. Tommy says, as a non-gardener, I need to stock up on canned goods. That is true. And before we became, well, let's see, we've always done gardening and canned goods, but we haven't always done it on as big a scale as we're doing it now. And we did at one time buy canned goods. In fact, I remember one Christmas I went to one of the grocery stores and bought a pickup truck load of canned goods and gave them away to my kids because I knew they weren't buying any extra food. So nothing bad happened, and they just ate it. That's what happens. If you got the food and nothing bad happens, you just eat it. So you're not going to lose anything.
Well, we got to look at what's going on overseas. So you have what's going on with Israel and Hamas. Look at the current affairs. You have right here at home. You have Portland. We just had the mass shooting in Canada. All these things are going to lead into something that we don't want to be a part of, because it's not going to be on a good side of things. And like Merle said, I don't want to be sitting here talking about doom and gloom all night long, but we have to be ready and understand what they're talking about.
Yeah, like I said, it's an obligation. I just feel like it's something that I have to tell people, and I'm not saying that things are going to be bad. I mean, I could live the rest of my life and everything be as good as it is now. It could be worse. Times are a little bit difficult from time to time, and more so in some places like Portland and stuff like that. And Sports Fan 7 brings up the false flags. Yeah, those are things that we need to think about too.
I'm sure some of them are.
All right. Let me interrupt. Darcy at Two Cedars took my advice, and she got her a device, and now she can chat. That's cool.
Welcome aboard, Darcy. And we're gonna. Oh, she's only got one subscriber. Now she's gonna have two. I got her. Haha.
Yeah, I got to get her here too.
I got
That's
you, Darcy.
pretty cool.
But yeah, let's go back in here. And Camp said something really good. We too look to nature for natural medications in the forest. There are books out there to help you. There is, and there's the Peterson's Hand Guide does a wonderful job of giving you information about wild edibles and wild medicinal plants. So if you guys don't have those books, they're wonderful.
Liberty Rogue Outdoors has the right idea. He says, I always make a point to help the less fortunate. I harvest a deer for one family every year. Always try to keep a good stock of non-perishables and canned goods. You got it. That's that. As far as I'm concerned, you know what's going on, and you're ready for whatever happens. So that's the big thing.
Yep.
And whatever sports fan tells you to do, you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, guys. Let's Merle know if he's doing a good job.
No, you're producing this thing, so it's going all falls on you. Not a bad job, really. I like your set.
Yeah, it's I like it too. We're gonna do little changes here and there, and I think it'll turn out really well.
Looks very professional. Let's see here. What did I miss? I think I missed something. Oh, there are natural meds for just about every disease and illness. God gave us His natural drugstore. Sybil said. Sybil's Practical Living and Prepping said that, and I couldn't have said it any better.
Guys, if you don't know who Sybil is, you should check her out because she can teach you a lot of stuff. You know, and there's wonderful plants out there, and she says it perfectly. You know, the medication that is out here, every plant God gave us is either medicinal or edible, no matter how you look at it. Thanks, sports fan. Yeah, I'm glad he's happy with the new chicks. Seems like they're fitting in pretty good over there. I gave him some with attitude, so I hope they don't tear his chickens up too bad, but...
You didn't give him that mean rooster, did you?
I don't have a mean rooster. Yeah, no, we didn't give the rooster away. Yep, exactly, Daniel. And a lot of people don't understand that wild lettuce is actually in the family of an opioid. And in the back in the day, it's a strong painkiller if you know how to cook it right.
Well, that's new to me. I did not know that.
Yep. And see, the thing that it is plants, it's non-addictive. Because plants change year by year. Depending on how much water, the nutrients, and everything else is different every single time. So if you're using a plant that's an antibiotic, its antibiotic properties are going to be different from year to year. So your body doesn't get used to it, so you don't get those problems like you do with synthetic drugs. That's why the edible medicinal are so much better, and because your body can absorb them so much faster.
Yeah, and I'll try to give you something else to think about too. If you've got a problem and you go to the doctor, or we'll say you got a headache, so you go to the doctor and the doctor says, "Oh, you got a headache. So have you tried Aleve or
Take care, Liberty.
Tylenol or what?
Thanks for
what have
stopping
you?"
by.
And the point that I'm trying to make is, he tries to make your headache go away and treat your symptoms instead of trying to find out what's wrong with you that's making you have the headache. So, you know, it's a good idea to try to find a doctor that will try to find out what's wrong with you instead of treating your symptoms. And anytime you can take these medicinal drugs or plants or what have you, and stay away from anything from a pharmacist, you're better off. And yeah, Tommy says he trusts a pharmacist more than he does a doctor. Well, I do too, actually. Some of them at least.
Tommy, there's one of my videos has this book in it. So if you go through my playlist on my YouTube channel, you'll see it. But this is Peterson's Field Hand Guide, and it's called Edibles, Wild Plants, Eastern Central North America. And what's cool about what Peterson did is he took every area and divided it up in 4, and he's made 4 books of different areas. So this is the edible side of things. And then you have Peterson's medicinal. So there's actually 2 books that you can get for your area. So if that answers your question there, Tommy, these are some really good books.
Yeah, and I want to order that book too. I think Tommy's said the other day that he thought he would as well. Mr. Dutchy Dutch, welcome. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. I don't know if I got him or not. I will shortly.
Yeah, I need to check as well. Sue says, Tom Willis, if you can opt for buying storage food in glass, do it. Yeah, it will last longer without a doubt. Anything in glass is better, as far as I can tell.
And there's a lot of videos out there you guys can go check out for making like sauerkraut or fermented foods that has the probiotics. You know, remember, our guts are the start of our whole body. So if your guts are correct, the rest of your body will follow suit. So eating fermented foods is actually very healthy, and especially those that are full of probiotics.
And that is something that I need to do. We need to make some, get some cabbage and make up something, because we haven't done it in the past, and I can't hardly wait to see how good it makes me feel.
If you think about it, probiotics in the cabbage for making a fermented cabbage, a quarter cup of that is equivalent to eating a whole bottle of the probiotics in a store.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, that stuff's expensive if you try to buy it.
Yep.
Yeah, I can still type. You know, I get on these live streams so long, and all I do is talk. Sometimes I forget how to type.
Guys, make sure that if you haven't already, give Merle here a check on his channel and give him a sub, and let's see if we can't crank him up over that 2,000 mark.
Yeah, good luck with that. Let's see here. Sybil, I dehydrate cabbage to use later for making kraut. We actually started dehydrating cabbage as well. And we dehydrate cabbage and carrots, and I mean, you just about name it, and we dehydrate it.
Yep.
Because after you can take all that stuff, rehydrate it, and you got soup in what, 15 minutes? You know, so if you happen to get in a hurry for something like that, rather than go to McDonald's or one of those places, which I don't go to anymore, you can have quick food that's good for you.
So, Dutchy Dutch, my green screen is actually a video playing in the background. I have a normal green screen right here. It's just a normal green screen that I got on the wall, and then the software that I'm using is, for number one, you're not supposed to do what I'm doing here with this set. So it's kind of I don't know how you would say it, Merle. You can explain this stuff better. You're better at
I don't know. It's a secret, I guess. You haven't told me yet. I don't know what you're doing. But it's just a virtual set, basically, that you can put stuff in, and they're available. There are some free ones.
Yep. Sue, not that I know of. I do not know about dehydrating chicken. Canning chicken in a pressure canner, that I know about. But total dehydration of chicken, I wouldn't know how to do that. I know a lot of the dehydrated foods that I have, there's no meat involved in it because I think it would spoil.
Sports fan, I appreciate that. I was already subscribed to you, I think. I thought it was.
Yeah, Dutchy Dutch, thanks. It's kind of fun to play with the kind of stuff like that. I've been looking here for months to actually set up a live set where I can do this with. The hard part is I kind of wanted a desk that I could have Merle sitting right alongside of me and do it that way, and I've not been able to quite figure that out yet, but at one point in time I will have that set up.
There are some out there, but in most cases they want way too much money for them.
Yeah.
And
actually, if Merle
yeah.
would, you know what? If the next time we do this, if you send me just your normal video output instead of having your background attached to it, I can put you right here alongside of me.
That's exactly right.
Yep. So
We
I can
did
just slide me over.
Early on in our show, The World of Live Streaming, we sat, and I think I've showed it to you.
Yep.
We sat 4 different people. We had one guy from Sweden, me from Indiana, another guy from United Kingdom, and another guy from Indiana, and it appeared as though we were all sitting in the same room. So things that you can do is amazing.
Thanks for stopping or coming in here and getting started. And Sybil says, yes, you can dehydrate chicken. Just make sure you boil it first, then rinse it off dry it with a paper towel, chunk it, and dehydrate it. It makes great soup, etc. So there it is. And look who decided to show up. You see that?
Yeah, I hope he didn't come in drunk again, though. With that loaded bear.
Glad to see you, brother.
Oh yeah, he says I'll have 2,000 subs in no time. Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
I'm
looking for 1,000 right now.
He just says hi, goodbye.
Tommy, I think you can put a link in here. I could be wrong, but I think you can.
It says he can't.
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but I think you can. With that wrench, I think you can. Anyway, yeah, it was kind of odd to not have Locked and Loaded in here. He must have been out doing a news story or something.
Well, that's the original plan is that before he goes to work, his last hoorah, I was going to put him up there where the God's Word is, and they'd have us 3 up here. But he's been pretty busy painting houses and getting ready for his potato season. So.
Aha. Well. Yeah. If you get by Indiana, be sure and drop me off a couple of 100 pounds. I could use those.
So, getting started on the homesteading. Glad to see you again, and thank you so much for being a part of the stream.
This can become habit forming if you're not careful. Really can. The very first one of these that we did, I was a little hesitant. I don't know, because I knew that Mark was going to bring in a bunch of people from his channel, and I didn't really have all that many on my side. But anyway, at this point, it's like 3.5 months later.
No,
or maybe a
like
little longer.
6.
I don't know. Oh, I'm getting older. Don't even know it. But I enjoy these Saturdays.
Take care, Justin, and I hope that headache goes away. Been thinking about you and praying for you, buddy. And yes, I know you don't drink.
Yeah.
So getting started is he's in Kentucky. So he must be enjoying the heat and the crappy weather too.
Oh, I bet they are.
And the humidity. I remember being stationed down there. It was miserable.
The humidity has just been absolutely horrible here. The following is a short video I made for Wolves, that's World of Live Streaming, with the desk full of people. So that'll be interesting if you can grab that and keep it to the end of the show and watch it. You'll enjoy it. I think I know which one it is.
I will
Tommy
save it.
can do some
later.
pretty neat stuff too.
I will save it later.
I missed something. Who's leaving?
Justin's leaving again.
Okay. Well, at least he came in and said hello.
He's Attack of the 50-Foot People.
Yeah, the Attack of the 50-Foot Martin. Yeah. Yeah, it's neat. In this video that he's put the URL out there, every one of those people are in a different place. There's I'm going to guess, as I recall, there's like 8 or 9 people, maybe more, and they're people from all over the world, and they were in places all over the world when he did this thing. So it's really cool.
And Nathan, y'all tell me about it, guys. I live in North Texas, LOL. Heat is in humidity. I can imagine. Darcy, we enjoy Saturdays, and we enjoyed last night. Yeah, I enjoyed it too. Darcy is actually fun, and for those people that haven't seen it, we started to do a homesteading round table on Merle's channel on Friday nights. So these first couple I can I can be a part of, because I got this whole month off, and every Friday this month, so I can be a part of it. But after that, he'll be on his own.
That is a difficult thing to pull off with the gear that I've got. I don't know that we'll do that much in the future, but we'll figure something out. What we probably will do is grab up some people and just do it without streaming it, and that way we can still have a nice round table and enjoy each other's company for a while.
And you can record it.
That's right. We can record it and play it back later.
Yep.
Probably work a lot better that way. Sybil's in Deep South. There's actually a guy that I watch occasionally. And I'm trying to think. His channel name is Deep South Texas 2, I believe, or something like that. I'd have to look. But he is way deep south too, and if I'm not mistaken, he's got a northeastern accent, so I don't think he was born there, but he picked an awful nice place to go, or it looks like it is anyway.
And then Sue there, she's asking for prayers for her back spasms. She was on her feet too long today with she's having serious problems. So I hope everything goes well, sister, and I hope you feel better. And sometimes laying on your back actually helps.
Oh, Sybil knows who I'm talking about. He's only about 30 minutes from me. Yeah, that's cool. That really, really looks like a nice place to live. Now, I know it's probably hot, but I don't know. It just looks really nice.
Yeah, but you like that heat.
Tommy says I tell people that I'm from L.A., and then I tell them L.A. is Lower Alabama.
You know, you like that heat and that humidity. I don't like that.
No, I don't. I don't get along with it very well at all. To be quite honest, it doesn't like me. I'll take 10 degrees over 90 and 90% humidity.
Getting Started says that I'm in Kentucky, and they call me Kentuckian. Yeah, I'm in Wisconsin, and they call me a cheesehead.
Just don't call me late for supper, that's all.
Yep. So what are your thoughts about Portland?
My thoughts about Portland is there's no amount of money that could make me live there. There are too many people that are gone off the rails, as far as I can tell.
Yep.
There are some good people there, and there are also some crazy people there, as far as I'm concerned. I don't really know what they're after, to be honest. So many of them claim that, or at least act like they want some kind of communism or something or other like that. But which brings me back to another subject. A lot of these rich people, they talk that way too. You know, they talk like they're into communism. Do they really understand that if this was a communist country, that somebody would come and take all their money away from them? You know, so something's just not making sense to me here.
Oh, look at that. She showed up. Let it snow. Glad you could join us.
I don't think it's going to snow, though.
Hope everything is going well with you today. We just finished doing some spicy relish. Take some of them peppers out of the garden and add it to the relish.
And one of these days, your stomach is going to get mad at you. Oh.
More hotter, more better. Let's see what else.
Has anyone heard from Thomas Schmidt? Last night he said something about being in a hospital. Maybe that we should put him on the prayer list. Well, I would say so, that he should be on the prayer list. I did not ever find out what was wrong with him, but he seemed in good spirits. And
somebody said RG was in a hospital. So was it Tom?
Yeah.
Or
Wait a
RG?
minute. I think it was RG, not Tom. I have to go back and look, I guess. Pretty sure it was RG, though. Sue says, no, Merle, they don't understand. Yeah, I really don't think they do. I don't think they know what they're talking about, to be honest. They would also take all your land, and you would, yeah. It's not a good thing at all, what these people are acting like they want to happen here. It's nuts. Portland is nice, but it's nicer 40 miles in Washington and not as many snowflakes. Yeah, I have a daughter that lives not in Portland, but I'm thinking it's like 50 miles maybe east or something or other like that. And they actually live in a pretty nice place, and they don't have all that crazy stuff going on around them. They live in a valley or something where the weather's pretty nice most of the year. Not too hot, not too cold. Darcy says it was Thomas. Okay. Yeah. I guess I'm thinking it was probably something that was fairly normal, but he didn't say.
Michelle.
I was hoping he'd come in this evening.
How's it going, Michelle? Glad you could join us. Sports fan says they want socialism. Absolutely.
Socialism, communism, what's the difference?
None.
It's all the same to me. I'm not much into it, to be honest. When they start talking about changing the way we live, that's where I get off the bus. I liked things the way they were in 1955, you know. And I'll go with Merle Haggard's song. You know, it's back when a Chevy was a Chevy and a Ford was a Ford. You know,
Yo.
you kind of pretty much knew what you were going to get.
Yeah, don't
Things
forget
today.
my Dodge.
Yeah, and Dodges. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the Dodge. That slant six that they had in those old Dodges they'd run forever.
You gotta love the Hemi.
Yep.
Sports fan says they're very uneducated. They want everything for free. That's exactly right. They don't realize that there's nothing free. You pay for it somehow.
Yeah, and go with that. We've been paying for most of the rest of the world for the last 40 years. I mean, we're always giving somebody something, and we've got a president in there now that's put a stop to some of that, and it was about time, as far as I'm concerned. The left was so stunned by the last election, they are stumbling around looking for something to say. That's right, Tommy. Yeah, sports fan, take a look at Venezuela. Yeah, how's that working out for them?
Not good. Okay, Merle, I gotta run to the other side of
That's
the room.
okay.
Take care for a second.
Darcy's praying for all those that need prayer, and I think most of us are, actually. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with some of these people, other than many of the young people, as far as I'm concerned, have just plain been brainwashed. Some of these young people that lived, let's say a person was maybe 13 years old when Obama became president, and they had 8 years of Obama, so that makes them 21 years old, and they've had 8 years of brainwashing, as far as I'm concerned. So those people, they're a generation lost, as near as I can tell. But even if you go add another 10 years and make them 31, you basically had the same thing through the Bush years. So, and then you go back to the Clintons, and that's a whole nother subject. Don't forget about Norway getting in the same shape as Venezuela, yeah. There's some of the countries over in Europe are putting a stop to some of this, though, too. I think it was Italy, if I'm not mistaken. They wanted the European Union wanted to give them. They wanted them to give up their army and pay a certain amount of money and this, that, and the other. And they said, "Oh, I don't think we're going to do that." So they just backed out of it, and they're more waking up all the time. So it's a good thing. You know, the heck of it is, though, is I used to be a news nut, a news junkie. And back when I thought that Fox News was a good channel to watch and they were going to give me the real scoop, I spent a lot of time watching them, and you can get way too much news, is what I'm trying to say. Even if you get it from a reputable source and you're getting the good scoop, too much is not good. And where to draw that line at, I can't tell you, but you need to know what's going on around you, but don't saturate your mind with the news
Or the heat.
and Mark told me that. Are you warm enough, Mark?
I can't wait for the snow. I really can't.
I think YouTube's having a little trouble. The chat room's never been this slow, and I got a little buffering going on. False news, fake news, yeah, it's all over the place. There are some people that I put some trust in on Fox, but not all of them. And
we gotta check too, because when we pull our box off and put it on a different screen, it doesn't refresh. So sometimes you gotta refresh it, grab a new one. Because their screen health is good.
YouTube, you mean? Yeah, you're right.
And don't forget to change it to live chat. Sybil always tells me that, and I always forget, and she's great to remind me. It's awesome that she does it.
I don't think I can change it when it's popped out.
Our screen health is good.
Let's see here.
Absolutely, Tommy. I don't believe in, you guys all know Locked and Loaded. He spends hours and hours of surfing through different news channels to try to get the truth for you guys when he puts some videos out there. Them are the kind of people you want to look for, because he's actually putting in forth the effort and not just grabbing something and going.
Yeah, and over the past, I would say, 5 years, I have found several good sources in addition to Justin.
Take care, Danielle. Hope your computer don't catch on fire.
Yeah, really. That's not a good thing.
Nope.
But the only place you're going to find the real news is on the net. But you really got to be careful, though. What I try to do is, if I get something that somebody says, even though I have already pretty much decided that they're giving me the right scoop, I will still research what they have had to say if it's something that I think is not just right or could be a little off. You want to do all your own research if you can for almost everything that's of importance.
Yep.
Tommy said, I just don't believe Fox or any of the mainstream media. It's all slanted on one way or the other. I'm looking for a real journalist to give me facts, not opinion. Well, I think a lot of us are, Tommy. But I do believe that there are some of those people on the net, on YouTube, that will give you that. The problem is YouTube is a place to make money. And once, I believe a lot of those guys start out with good intentions, but money comes into play, and clickbait will just appear out of nowhere.
So Let It Snow asks the question, does anybody know the best wood to whittle to make utensils? I've tried cedar, and then I've actually heated up and cooked it. I've tried maple. Maple has been the best for being a hardwood, but you got to grab the right grain structure to do that.
What about hickory?
We don't have hickory around here.
Aha. I think it's a good wood, though, if you have it. Poplar, I don't think so much. It's considered a hardwood, but it's not that hard. Right. It's not one of the harder hardwoods. Mark, we're not hearing you too good, Jenny said.
Why not?
Yeah, he could be just a little louder.
I don't want to blow everybody out, but here we go. How's that? Much better? Test 1, better much?
Probably
Much better?
take it down about a quarter of what you turned it up.
I only turned it up a quarter.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Pretty touchy, huh?
Pretty touchy.
It does
Touchy,
sound.
touchy, touchy.
It does sound. Does sound better.
Welcome, welcome. Always get a grin.
Always. Tommy says 3D print your utensils and save the knife sharpening. Yeah. Tommy, when are you going to do some videos about 3D printing? And whatever happened to Alan? I've been in the show a couple, 3 times, and I haven't. He's disappeared.
And Tommy, I'll take
Something
my
I don't know about there.
I'll take my AR-10 anytime you get done with it.
Well, I tell you, I'd kind of like to have one of those things. I think they'd be really, really fun to play with, but they get pretty expensive pretty quick too.
I'd get in trouble.
I would too, probably, especially if I had some good hard plastic to work with. They make good.
Me being a machinist and tool and die maker and all that stuff, I'd get in trouble. I'd be making cannons and everything else out of plastic.
Yeah, they make good receivers for AR-15s. I know that. Oh, he's traveling. Okay, I wondered. He's out teaching people how to turn wood, I suspect.
Let us know as a good thing too. She says it's kind of hard to carry that around a 3D printer. But if you find a current bush, you could plug it in and have some fun.
Sybil, as near as I can tell, they make some. They don't make full guns quite yet, or if they do, you might get a single shot out of it or something like that. But they do make parts.
I just can't see how a shell can hold up the pressure and stuff like that. Like if you take a 308 and stick that in there, it'd just blow that barrel right apart.
Yeah, the barrels is where the barrel and the chambers where the problem lies in trying to make it with a 3D printer. But they are making receivers for AR-15s with those things, and they seem to be working all right, at least some of them. Which reminds me, I got an advertisement today in my email, AR-15s for $3.99. That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. What kind of AR is it?
Well, it's something that somebody's made in a machine shop of, I'm sure, and probably
Ghost
parts from wherever they could get them.
Are they ghost guns?
But still, it's cheap if it works.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, Tommy. 1 or 2 shots at most. Yeah, 3D guns.
And let us know, who was asking? Sandy K. Where's Justin? He is probably checking the backside of his eyelids. He's been having terrible headaches again with the sinus, and he starts work on Monday. So he's probably just chilling.
I'll tell you, he's not the only one having sinus problems. My wife and I don't know, allergies this year with the heat and the humidity and everything that's going on seem to be worse for me than it's ever been, and her too. So I don't know if you add all the junk that's just normally in the air to the junk that they're spraying out of the jet airplanes, it's a wonder we can breathe at all. Nathan, it's good to see you back today. It's really hard to build you that price that's decent. Oh yeah, I believe that. I don't, for something to play with though, for $300, an AR for $300 just to play with, nah. If I thought it was gonna shoot every time, I wouldn't be afraid of that, but I'd want to see it. Yeah, Tommy, I don't know. It's crazy.
I'm just wondering what kind of flutes and what kind of spin it has in it, and all that fun stuff.
Well, I kind of want to think that they're probably parts guns. Which reminds me too. Some of you won't be interested in this, but they are going to let go of some of the 1911s. The military is. And they will be available through, I can't think of the name of that organization, through the NRA. So people will be able to buy them, and for a decent price, which you couldn't have done when Obama was here. They sent, what was it? There were some M1 Garands that Korea or somebody wanted to send back to us when Obama was president, and he wouldn't even accept them. I hated that.
The other thing I'm wondering is, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but the NRA had a thing on, and it could have been fake news, about they're losing, and if they don't, they're losing tread real fast, and their lawyers and stuff, and they don't know if they're going to make it because they have not enough funds. Did you see that in the?
You're right, Nathan. It's civilian marksmanship program. I got lost, Mark. I don't know what you're talking about.
There was a news article last week that I read that the NRA is having issues and problems, and they don't know if they have enough funds to last through the whole year, so that they might fold under.
Ooh, that's not good. Jenny says she wanted to try some of that local honey. Yeah, I assume, Jenny, you're talking about some honey that Carol and I found at the where we bought the corn, and yeah, it was $14.75 a quart.
Wow.
Which I don't think is all that bad.
So Camp says here, yeah, he heard that too, and they're bankruptcy. Ooh, okay. See.
I don't think there's any good reason for that. I'm suspicious.
That's why I said I don't know if it was true or not. I did hear it though.
Yeah, for the NRA to go bankrupt, I would be suspicious that somebody did something that wasn't right there. Yeah, just let us know, Jenny, if you want some of that. We'll pick it up for you.
I'll take a case, Merle.
Carol's going to call Monday. Pardon me?
I'll take a case.
Okay, case of quartz, huh? If you're going to buy honey, you want local honey, and that's good stuff. I tell you what, I'm pretty big on the Amish as far as what they eat and what they sell. I'm not much afraid of any of it.
Sybil says I'm a member, and they haven't sent out anything about it other than beware of scams.
Yeah, kind of what it sounds like to me. They collect way too much money to be thinking about going bankrupt. They do waste a lot of money, though. I actually quit them for a year or so one time because they were spending so much money in for advertising, trying to get people to join. Lynch's is $30 a quart. Yeah, that's twice the price. I haven't tasted that we bought the other day, but I will to make sure it's up to snuff before we buy some anymore.
And guys, too, is remember you can make honey out of dandelion. Same thing. You didn't know that, did you, Merle?
Tommy said Mark's yawning, so I'm going to bed. Good night, Tommy. Thanks for being here.
Wait, you can't go. You're the troll of the channel. You gotta put some toothpicks in your eyes.
No kidding. I guess he wants to be awake when he tries to live stream the church tomorrow.
Take care, brother, and God bless. I hope everything goes good tomorrow.
Yeah, Nathan, you were in Kentucky, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm in Indiana, and my guess price is about the same, about $15 a quart. My daughter had found some, gosh, it's been 3 or 4 years ago, though. It was like $25 a half a gallon.
Was that any good?
Oh, it was great. Absolutely. That dandelion jelly sounds good. Yeah, Sandy said she'd like to have some of that dandelion jelly, but nobody ever listens.
Actually, next year I'm going to try it. I found out that if you don't use as much of the pectin, you can actually make honey out of it, and it tastes exactly like honey.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So we're going to try that.
Deagle, it's about time.
There he is.
He had us worried sick. We just didn't know where he was at, where they'd had a wreck. We were getting ready to call the hospitals and everything.
I thought that I was going to be, didn't know what was going on. But yes, Michelle, dandelion, I make the dandelion jelly, and it tastes exactly like honey. And now I found out that I can make the same, it's called substituting. You're using a dandelion flower, and you can make honey out of it.
Well, anything that tastes like honey, I'm all for it. I love it.
Yeah, I'll let you know next year. I'm fresh out of I do have some that I put in the freezer so that I can try some stuff later on in the winter time. So I'll give it a shot and see what happens. But I'm definitely going to be trying it.
When my wife makes cornbread, I always take and put some butter on the cornbread, and take honey and pour it over top. Oh, it's good. If you haven't tried it, you should.
Thanks for coming back, getting started.
And that honey is good for you too, or at least so I'm told. If you have allergies, that local honey will help you with your allergies.
Yep.
Is that you heard anything like that?
Yep, I heard exactly the same thing. And I actually heard that if you take and make a tea out of Pacific weed, and I remember it's I want to say ragweed, that you can make a tea out of that, and it's actually pretty sweet, and it's supposed to help with allergies also. But I've not done that, and I'm not saying to do that or anything like that. But I remember hearing something in that category where that you could do that.
Good night, sports fan. Sleep well, and God bless.
Take care, sports fan. God bless. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next weekend. Sybil says goldenrod tea. There we go.
Deagle, we've been talking about almost everything, from politics to prayers to seems to be like kind of like open forum night. Whatever comes to your mind and you want to talk about it, we will.
And actually, Sybil just answered the question right there. They say they make dandelion honey for the people that can't eat regular honey.
And Nathan says honey also works as an antibiotic as well for cuts and scrapes. I think I may have heard that a long time ago, but I had forgot it.
The other thing too, guys, if you have the pine trees that have pine pitch, it is also an antibiotic, and it seals the wound. So if you get cut, you can scrape and put some of that on there. It'll seal the wound, and it's also an antibiotic.
It's that real sticky stuff, right?
Yep. When you see the pine trees and you pop the pimples on the side of the tree.
Yeah.
Getting started says my honey is great, but she's a pain in my butt.
I have had that problem in the past. And
Yeah,
you can use the honey as a bandage.
Camp is right. It's a great fire. That's what would always blew my mind. Is it starts fires great, and it's also an antiseptic. So it's one of those things that God put on this earth that has multi-purposes. Not only that, you can eat the inner bark also, and you can make jerky out of it.
This is one of those channels where what you always wanted to know and were afraid to ask.
Who says that?
I did.
Oh.
Jenny says we're going to sign off for tonight. Enjoy it as usual. See you again next week. All right. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks for stopping by.
And I'll have Carol call you.
You know, I see 2 cedars left. Have you seen them? They disappeared.
Nope. I think they turn into pumpkins just after 9 o'clock. Usually.
It's only 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but I think they're an hour ahead of me, actually. So that makes... No, wait a minute. They're... you know what? I think they are same time you're on. Yeah. Central. I think Tommy is.
See, the camp says...
They're there.
Oh, here we are. Okay.
Us old folks got to get up early, so we're going to say goodnight. All right. Oh, I don't know. You know, you guys, what are you going to do when you really get old, like me? You know.
Right.
I don't know about you guys. You kids, I tell you.
Thanks for stopping by, Darcy and Dave. God bless.
Yep. We always enjoy having you here. My wife likes for you guys to be here too, though. She'll often look at me and say, "Don't you ever get tired of talking?" I said, "Well, it's okay. I'll just go to the internet. Somebody will talk to me there, I bet."
Nathan said, did you see what Nathan said? And then Camp said, you guys make it so comfortable to ask questions. I'm guessing that's what he says to ask. The one thing I want to tell you, Camp, on here is there's a lot of knowledge. Sybil, Sue Woods, there's a ton of people, Let It Snow, that are full of knowledge that can help you with most questions. So if there's something that I don't know or Merle don't know, there's usually someone in our chat that does. And that's what's so great about this live stream.
Yeah, and there's nobody on here that seems to think that they know everything either. So, you know, if you know it, that's good.
Let Us Know says, Merle, that is sweet. Only the
yeah.
Often the wife is the chatterbox.
Oh, well. Sometimes you just got to talk. Got to get it out.
Thank you, Michelle, and thank Camp. Yeah, you'll see a lot of stuff on here that's let it snow. I know nothing. Okay.
I'm not an expert at anything.
No, we're jack of all trades, master of none.
Well, that's what old Camp says. Every video he makes, he has a disclaimer. I'm not an expert at anything. Don't do what I do. And if you guys don't know Old Camp Ranch, look him up. You'll have a ball. He's funny. He's smart. You'll like him. He's like us. But he goes to, I don't know, he must go to bed early. Or maybe he's got another chat. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, Sue let us know she's filling everybody's head full of beans. You know, one day, Snow, I'm going to come up there. I'm going to sneak up there in my ghillie suit, and you're not going to even know who's there. We do it where you live.
Yeah. Don't even talk about beans. I'm going to turn into a green bean. We've got green beans coming out of our ears, and I think Mark does too. They're everywhere.
Green beans have been plentiful, and I hate to tell you, brother, but mine, I just went out there today, and I see more flowers.
Yeah. Well, and the wife planted more beans. So, it's her fault.
I'm like Sybil. Love learning and realized a long time ago.
Yeah, that's right, Nathan. At old camp time, he's about 3 hours off of us. So, it's early for him. Walter Davis, good to see you.
There he is. Good to see you, brother. Glad you joined us.
He says, I met a guy who makes and markets organic pest and weed control products. His name is Jim Messina.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah. Sometimes it gets difficult to try to make what you need, and maybe he's got something that we don't know about.
DE. Sorry, guys, but I've been busy planning taking over the world. Got stuck on the plan, so I gave up.
Well, maybe we can get together on that. If we put all of our heads together, maybe we could come up with something.
Okay, you guys do that. I'm gonna go grab Let It Snow and Sybil, and we'll see who comes out ahead.
Uh-oh. Now that's cheating. You picked the best people. Some of the best people. Walter says he sprayed a cornfield that was getting hammered with birds. Birds and bugs left. Got it on his hands and licked it off to prove it was non-toxic. Okay.
Well, let us know what happens, Walter.
I'd keep an eye on him, though. That guy.
If he starts glowing, let us know.
Nah, he may have come up with something that's pretty good. Be nice.
Yeah, that's what I just sprayed all my tomatoes with was neem oil. So I did another batch today. About once a week now I spray all the tomato plants and pretty much the whole garden with neem oil.
Oh no, we got another old guy getting started. Says he has to go. I'm an old fart, so good night. Well, thanks for being here, you old fart. Go take a nap. Yeah, that's what you should have done. I took a nap this afternoon. I said some of these beans are just going to have to sit here for a while. I'm going to go take a nap.
Thanks for stopping by and get it started. Michelle, thanks for coming by. and I hope everything goes well. God bless.
All right. Yeah. Have a good evening.
Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, guys.
It works by giving off a scent that makes pests think it's a predator instead of a poison. Well, that's a cool idea for sure.
Sybil used mineral oil. I like my neem oil. I use that on everything. Works pretty good.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, if I got sick, it didn't make any difference what was wrong with me. They always wanted to give me some mineral oil. Let it snow. Around here, the young are taught to shoot moving targets, to be always aware of your surroundings so you wouldn't make it within a mile of me without the locals catching you.
That sounds that sounds like a challenge.
Well, I was thinking, when I was a kid, 10, 11, 12 years old, what we did with our spare time was we blew up 22 rifle shells. I mean, that's just what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody did. Times are not like that anymore, and I hate to see it going away.
You know, what I used to do is I used to go play in the woods and try to disappear. So then I went into service and took up the same kind of category. So learning how to blend in my environment.
Yeah, I think they've got some kind of a cloth that is, well, it's not a camouflage, but it will somehow make it harder for people to see you. I've seen it, and it could be a scam of some kind, but I think it actually works. We had a nail and a rubber band on a stick with a 22 shell. Oh gosh. Well, it made noise, I bet. That's a problem with a ghillie suit and a trained person in it. They can creep really, really slow when you're not even looking. Plus, it helps when they can make some really, really long shots. Oh, yeah.
See, someone's paying attention.
I can't think of that guy's name. Oh, he was from Kentucky. As a matter of fact, he was a sniper. And he slow crawled, I mean like an inch at a time, to take a shot at a Viet Cong.
You talking about Cobbs?
No. Yeah, it may come to me. It's been a while. But he was 3 days getting close enough to take that shot, is what he was 3 days slithering up there to take that shot.
And the thing of it is sometimes we sit around for a week watching you before we even make a move.
Yeah. They've actually had been cases where during the Vietnam War, where snipers would have the enemy walk within 2 or 3 feet of them, and they didn't know they were there.
Yeah, Hancock. I know, Nathan. That's what I was thinking of too. Yeah.
That Carlos Hathcock. That's who I was talking about.
He's actually
Yep.
still
He's the
he's
one.
still rated one of the best snipers in world time, just because of the fact because he used a Remington 700, and the and the fact that what he did was amazing. He just decided he got sick of the Viet Cong when he went and sat by the river and just started popping them off. And they actually named Carlos White Feather in the Viet Cong language because he always wore a white feather in his hat.
Yeah, and I forget what the bounty was on him. He
$10,000 back in the day.
They had a enemy sniper that his job was to go get Carlos Hathcock, and they chased each other around this area for days. They would occasionally find traces of each other, and one day Carlos saw the glint of the guy's scope, and he was able to get a shot off. And when he went over there and checked, his bullet went through the enemy sniper's scope, and the rest is history.
And I heard that sniper was a woman.
Oh yeah, I forget her name. Yeah, they used to call her. It's been a long time since I. Yeah, they chased each other around two mountains until Carlos shot him through the scope. Yeah, Nathan, you're on the same page. For sure.
Yep. We heard them stories. I got to see that video a lot. Let us know it's all right, truce. I don't want to be your prey. I think it'd just be fun to go. There's another person I wanted to go check out in Washington. Was that the guy that was living up there? They did a documentary on him. He had tattoos of fire on his feet. He walked around up in the hills. You guys know what I'm talking about? He's like a hermit in our area. They call him a hermit, but he lived out in Washington State up in the federal land for years. Can't think of his name, but it'll come to me.
I'm not sure I know that one.
Camp says he can't hear me. I don't know what's going on.
You can't hear him because he won't sit in one place.
Yeah.
I think.
I think Merle records these and just talks into the mic or something because he never moves.
I'm going to buy him a new microphone for Christmas. One that's got a strap on it.
D says he's a little guy. I am.
Yeah, he's tiny. We're going to have to start calling him Tiny. Yeah, I tell you, in my lifetime, a battleship wouldn't hold all the ammo that I've shot, I suppose. I just love to shoot.
I don't shoot it anymore. I don't want to waste it.
I'm very competitive, and I always like to get into competitive shooting. Rolling Homestead and Wild Elbows, the female was a different kill. Her name was Apache, that's right. And he waited until she squatted to pee. That is right, too, I remember.
Yep, I remember that.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
Because I thought that was weird that the Viet Cong would name someone Apache, knowing that the Apaches in the state here were different, so I always thought that was really weird.
Yeah. Justin is, he's gone to bed early. He's had headaches and problems with his sinuses. And he's probably been burning the candle at both ends. It's my guess. And he just ran out of steam.
Hey, Melissa. Glad you could join us. God bless. Thanks for coming.
Good to see you.
Yeah, remember, what's his name? Let us know. Yeah, I met him. What's his name?
Worked without shoes.
Yeah, he ran around the woods without shoes on. I mean, he's
a bad dude.
You're so welcome there, Melissa. Yeah, there's been some crazy documentaries coming up, but it could be the fact that I
Dodge. That name's that.
Yeah, there it is.
I think that's it. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, I know that name. Don't know a lot about him, but I did know the name.
It was really cool to watch too how they use their communications. They put stuff in a log, and they come and check each other for the log out for communications because they don't have cell phones or anything like that. So they had a local area to put stuff in a log, and if they had a rope or something tied in a certain amount of knots, it was pretty neat.
Yeah, no kidding. Watched Mick until they quit doing his videos. Oh, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah, Mick
he was
Dodger.
on one of those Mountain Man shows or something.
Yep. But he's in Washington.
Yep. He was a short guy, wasn't he? A little guy. Yeah, I think Eagle, it was a long time ago. I'm like Tommy, though. My memory's only good for about 15 minutes.
Lettuce says he was shorter than me, and she's 5'10".
Well, she's not a short lady.
Yeah, I'm about a wee bit taller than that.
Well, I tell you what, guys, I'm 6 feet, and I don't look up to very many people. So when I do, it seems funny to me. But
oh, wait a minute!
I'm afraid I'd have to look up to anybody 6'3" or 4. I never hear that when I don't think of Tommy. Well, when he first got that, he played it over and over and over.
Yeah, that baby cry is Melissa's.
Well, that there sounded like one of old Camp's gnomes.
Nathan is 6'3".
Yeah.
Yeah, shh, don't tell anybody.
Always thought I would like to have been about 6'6" and weighed about 275. Would have been fun,
Been there, done
I
that.
think.
Pretty close there, Merle. 6'5" and 270.
No kidding.
Yep.
Wow. I had you at 6'4" for some reason.
Nope.
Wow. Well, you and Big Precious are just about eye to eye.
Yep. Pretty close. I think he's 6'8" though.
You don't look up to very many people either.
Very rarely. I did meet a guy that was 7'3", and he made me look small.
Yeah. Melissa, I can't stop myself from laughing, and then I sound like a piggy. That's why Mark likes to play it, so he can hear me laugh.
That when she gets going, she does that laughing and kicking, and you think she's gonna smack her screen or fall off the chair, one of the two.
Well, Nathan, you've told us everything else, so how old are you? You're 6'3" and you're 220. And you know way too much about the Vietnam War, so or the snipers at least. So I'm putting you at 60 something.
Wait a minute. I know a lot about that stuff, and I ain't 60.
Yeah, but you're different.
He says that's John Wayne, Merle.
Yeah.
See, look at he's only 37. Told you.
Oh boy, I missed that.
Yep.
No, I think he got it backwards. He's 73. I'm just being ornery, Nathan.
There's some of us out here that still think to go and check out the history and make sure that it's correct.
Thank God.
Yep.
And I mean that. Yeah. Uh-oh, don't say anything else about Sue.
Night, Sandy. Where you going? It's not. You don't gotta go yet.
It's too early.
It's too early for you. Night, sister.
We thought you
take
could
care.
stay. I love history and appreciate people who can land a shot center mass at farther ranges than I can. Yeah. My kind of guy, no kidding.
See? What'd I tell you?
Yeah.
There's more than just a few of us left, Merle.
I didn't go to sniper school, and I regret that I didn't, because it was all set up to go, and something came along, and I didn't. But I had a guy gave me 700 rounds of military match to shoot, and I didn't go.
Yeah, but you did Sears training though, didn't you? In close
No.
quarter. You didn't do close quarters in Sears?
Nope.
Oh.
Or we didn't call it that. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, but you did a lot of the training though, didn't you?
Yeah, Yeah. But it was specialized training mostly for narcotics.
You know, it's kind of funny though, because how I look at it is close quarters combat and clearing rooms and doing that. I think I'd rather be a mile away, because it's about to get real when you pop that door and you put that first canister in. It's time. It's on.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Yeah.
Tell you what, some things pucker up and you're on and your adrenaline's running. As soon as that thing pops, it's time to go.
I've cleared some rooms, but fortunately they were clear. So I don't know. That's not something that I would want to do on a daily basis for sure. At least not today. There may have been times in my life when I could have done that.
Who do I want to meet, Snow? I'd go run with McDodger, no problem.
In Iraq, all I did was clear rooms. In Iraq, I was a QRF team, and I was the door breacher. Yeah.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about.
So you breached the door. Now this has been a long time, and they teach it different ways in different places. But I'm guessing you probably breached the door, and you got out of the way. You didn't go in.
Well, Nathan, thank you very much for your service. And all my brothers and sisters that are vets are always welcome on my channel. We're all from the same mold.
Yeah, and I personally am quite proud of people who did things like you did. Very much so. Proud patriots. That's what we are.
Yep. And actually here, now that I have things running the way I have it running, I can do something, Merle. I think. Keep the show going, Merle. I'm going to look for some stuff here.
Yeah, well, I suspect some of these people are tired of talking about snipers and guns, and I don't know though. We still got 14, or at least that's what it says. Still got 14 people and 21 thumbs up.
Yep.
And all the old folks went to bed except me.
Who's that? Sue says, yeah, people think that if a smart person has a long beard, they are somehow very special. Yeah, Nathan, sometimes the lead man goes in first, and sometimes they're last as cleanup. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, the thing is the breacher is almost in the way if he doesn't go in. If you know what and I think you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
but on the other hand, he's got this breaching tool that he can't just drop for everybody to trip over. So it creates a problem, I think.
See, a lot of times too is we use the 12 gauge with a master key, and you just put it in by the lock and pull the trigger, you know, and then you spin off to the side, everybody goes in, and you cock and you go back and you're ready to go. And then if they had the steel doors, you put the charges on the hinges and blow it open, and
on the hinges. To me, that's ideal.
But I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. So.
Yeah, me either. I can tell you a story though. It's kind of neat in a way, because a lot of people don't know how Class 3 firearms work. In the case of a sawed-off shotgun, when I was at the sheriff's department, me and another guy decided we were going to buy our own shotguns and cut the barrels off. So we called ATF and told them that's what we wanted to do, and we needed permission to do that. And they said, we can't give you permission to do it until after you've done it. So what we had to do was go ahead and cut the barrels off, and we cut them off probably just a little shorter than they should have been. And we cut them off right in front of the nut. And sent the paperwork into ATF, and all was good. So
would you do?
We had to do it backward.
Would you do it thread the master key on, or you just didn't have one?
No, we just had a sawed-off shotgun.
Oh, okay.
But it was cool having that. When I left the department, I left it.
I'm throwing something else up here so Merle can continuously talk.
I'm reading Peter 3:18. For Christ also hath once suffered for sins, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit. Amen.
Melissa.
Oh, no, Sue, surely not. Now CNN is saying that MS-13 is just a bunch of kids living in their parents' basements and working part-time jobs. Now, that is definitely not true.
They will say anything. So,
oh yeah, I read an article the other day where they were talking about they had this this place that had I think it was 375 registered voters or something like that, and they had over 800 people that voted. Antifa is supposed to rally tomorrow in Philadelphia. Wow.
All right, Nathan. If you go on my channel, there's actually a Memorial Day tribute to us veterans and for those that we've lost. So if you look on the right side of my setup here, you're going to see some of that. Oh, Melissa, that's fine. We're not.
No.
Justin's back.
Well,
all right.
That's all. That's always on topic. What? Justin couldn't go to sleep knowing that we were up here and having a good time in the chat.
How's your headache, brother? I gotta give him some of that. I've got some willow bark. Next time he comes up here, I'm gonna give him some. He can have some willow bark tea.
Yeah, I tell you, sometimes when you can't go to sleep, it's tough. My problem seems to get worse with age. But I will go to bed maybe 11 o'clock and sleep till 2:30, 3, and wake up and can't go back to sleep. And what do you do at 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Justin, did you use up that camel meal I gave you? We picked?
Do you guys remember the helo that went down a month after Osama kill? That was a SEAL team. I do remember. Well, it carried a school friend of mine, Aaron Carson Vaughn.
Sorry to hear that,
Bad.
brother.
Yes.
Yeah, that whole
Definitely
thing is rotten.
remember.
You know, them are things that I, by mistake and by taking orders, we lost a lot of friends and family overseas for no reason. It just irritates me.
Oh, I tell you what. When I even think about Vietnam, all the people that died for no good reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just lives wasted.
Yep.
They never had any intentions of winning that war. Nope. It's not good to even talk about it.
Sybil says, let it snow, they say surgery, and not yet. And Sybil says, Justin, boil some water with cinnamon in it and let it cook for a minute. Take it off the stove while it's still steaming and breathe it in the fumes. It should help with a headache. Thank you, ma'am. There you go, Justin.
The doctor has spoken.
Exactly. That's why I love this chat and this channel. There's so much good information in the old remedies.
Yeah, and you know, it seems like no matter what the question, there's somebody in here that either knows or can get the answer pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. So there now we're broadcasting what YouTube is seeing on the far screen.
So that'll show you what the delay is.
Yep.
Yeah, I had never needed to put my my preview screen out front before, so it took me a few minutes to figure it out.
There's a lot of things that I'm learning that we're going around different things, and I think I haven't done it yet, but I think I could also bring someone in on Zoom and throw them in here with the mix on a full screen setup or two or something like that, because each one of them is in a different box now. So
yeah, all you got to do is crop it out and put it where you want to, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is what I did to myself last night.
Come on, Justin. Rhubarb ain't that bad.
So, Justin, do you have appointment to have surgery on your sinuses or anything, or was that something you were just thinking about? Yeah, you know, Vicks salve, yeah, is something else too that will clean your sinuses out.
You know, he's just got that headache in the back of the sinuses because of the pressure. His sinus tubes are plugged, and that's what's causing the pressure and causing the headaches, which are painful.
They are the worst kind of headaches you can have, as far as I'm concerned.
Camp says that I had friends that came back with symptoms like Agent Orange.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I had friends that are gone because of it.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
How'd you like going through that shot line there, Camp, when you had six doctors on each side and hitting you with air guns? You don't even have time to say, what is this? So I'm looking at it this way, Merle. Either I'll have a really long, healthy life, or I'm going to start glowing at the age of 50, one of the two.
Yeah, I think they might have gave you something special. They were building super soldiers, I think. and you had to be 6'3" or taller to get the good stuff.
It is crazy.
I don't take to syringes very well. Anybody comes at me with a syringe and I'm gone.
Me either. I don't like needles. But I got tattoos. Figured that out.
Me too.
Well, Nathan didn't have the air guns. I think I would have took the needle over the air gun, because I think the air gun hurt worse because it was actually like cutting through and then that stuff flying in there. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just like shooting yourself with a high-powered air gun.
And then what they tell you is when you get down to the end, have your buddy punch you in each side of the arm. And it actually worked. It got rid of the pain, but you know, everybody's all ticked off at the end and we're punching each other. It's not a really good thing.
Oh, Justin says tattoos are gross. Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you got them up around your neck. I like those tribal tattoos, though. I think those are kind of neat.
Camp
The price of tattoos. Go ahead.
Said Camp says, I'm 51. I was too fat to go, but my friends went and some came back messed up. And it was like they swept it underneath the rug. No one talked about it. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have came back from Iraq and Afghanistan just totally screwed up. And that's just the fact that they don't care. You know, the vets are here to suffer like the rest of us, and it shouldn't be. I'm hoping
no
Trump
way
fixes
it
that.
should be. And he will if he's able. I believe that. I really do. Yeah, and I don't mind admitting to the fact that I think he came along at a super good time for us. And had that election went the other way, oh God, I can't even imagine. And I tell you what, we got another election coming up that is super important too.
Here in November?
Yeah, this is important. We've got to keep the house.
Yep.
It's so important.
So guys, this is actually my set that me and Justin were going to do with Current Affairs. And I think I can use it with more than just one thing.
Well, yeah. Looks to me like you can do a lot with it.
Yeah, I can. Let's see here. This is the one last night that Grizz said it was too busy. He actually said it was giving him a headache. Can you imagine that? Let's see if I can find it.
What are you eating, boy?
Merle says, what are you eating, boy? Old-fashioned or oats?
Oh, good. That's good for you, too.
'Cause, you know, I don't know. 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 18. So this is my other one that with Justin. Let's see here. Yeah, so if you look at
Getting shot is very painful. Painful, especially when you're drunk and you shoot yourself.
I never like getting shot.
No, I opted out of that part too.
I don't know how you can eat that, boy. That is like dry. There's a challenge to do. Take a mouthful of oats and see if you can eat it. Wow. Hunter, you're spilling it all over. Come on, go in the kitchen and eat that.
I don't know how I can stand that.
I'll bet he's good with dry granola too.
Come on, no, don't put it's going right back. I hope no one else wants to eat that. Come on, go in the kitchen.
I don't know how I can stand it.
You better hope your mom ain't watching a live stream. She just saw what you did. She'd be mad.
So Justin, when is trucking season over? You'll just have somebody else wanting to pay you big money to haul something else, probably. Dirt Cheap Homesteader, good evening.
Good, you can come in. After the trucking
Happy to have you.
So what do you think of the fancy lights, Merle?
Fancy lights. Where they at?
They're on the left-hand side of me, or they're your left, my right. That's my new. That's a current affairs intro.
Yeah, I seen that. That pretty good.
And I think I don't know, but we are broadcasting in 4K.
You're just way too fancy for me. You got all this fancy software.
No, you got me started on this, and I just had to finish it.
Oh, it's my fault now. All right, okay. I'll take the blame for that. Yep. I like to get people started in this kind of stuff.
Let it snow. It says, I hope no one is seizure prone.
Yeah, really, because that'll definitely get them.
Oh, that's funny.
I couldn't see it because I got the chat laying right over top of that window.
There, I stopped and it says locked and loaded. So he's gonna be running for 3 months.
Oh, let's see. August, September, October, November. Yeah. Take a break for Christmas. Travel around the world for a while. Spend all your money.
Thanks, they're cheap. But it's not CNN, I can tell you that.
Yeah, he's been accused of that twice now. Tonight.
I'm gonna change everything. Can't be thinking that CNN. I gotta change that then. I'll even do.
Yeah, Justin, where are you going to be running to? Or do you know? And that coffee's good. Mm. Not CNN, it's ESPN.
Nope, it's Rolling Homestead Productions.
I don't know. Can you really trust ESPN?
There. I like that better. See what I did?
Yeah, well, you moved VMix, I think.
Yep. It's above you.
Let's see here. I got behind. Ecclesiastes 8:8. There is no man that hath power over the Spirit to retain the Spirit, neither hath he power in the day of death. And there is no discharge in that war, neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. And I think I need some explanation there. There's no man that hath power over spiritual. No, I just needed to read it again, that's all.
Did you get it?
Get it? Yeah, I got it.
Alright. Because
All
Sybil says, Mark, I think I'm just going to do a video on bugging out with the disabled to start with. Then I can follow up with a live stream for Q&A session about it. That's a really good idea, Sybil.
No kidding. Never even thought about it.
And what it says, Melissa, the path is narrow. Absolutely, sister. I think next week, well, we also, with some of these people that are in here, like Melissa and stuff, we use Zoom and we have a Bible teaching and reading and fellowship and stuff like that. That's not on YouTube, so you don't have to worry about being the censorship and stuff like that. But I think next weekend we're going to have to do another prayer stream or a Bible study about what's going on in these days.
Yeah, put me on the list too.
If I think right, it's on your channel.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought maybe we could actually bring almost everybody that shows up in our chat. We could almost bring all those people in one Zoom meeting, and maybe not. Now, I think I talked about this before. Maybe not do it live, but we could record it and put it out there later if we wanted to.
Yeah. That would be fun too.
My thought was if we did a Bible study or something like that, and we had, say, maybe 15 or 20 people, and we didn't do it live, but we recorded it. If one person, for whatever reason, did not want it broadcast, we wouldn't do it.
Works for me. The messenger. How you doing? So what do you think about that, guys? Next weekend, having a Zoom chat and doing Bible scripture reading and Bible study. Those that don't have Zoom would have to actually load up Zoom, but then it could be private, and if people don't want it recorded, we don't have to record it.
Well, no, we're going to go ahead and record it.
Oh.
In case we're going to go ahead and record it. But if one person doesn't want it put on YouTube, we won't do it.
Sounds
we'll
fair
just
to me.
Dispose of the recording.
Nathan's in.
Because
Melissa's in.
when you get when you get something like that going on, you never know what people are going to do, and someone might be embarrassed of something or whatever, and we don't want that.
Right. Dirt Cheap Homesteader likes the idea. Congratulations, buddy. I'm glad everybody's doing fine. So there, John there, Messenger reveals, just had twins. And Mom was doing good.
Zoom is very easy. The website is actually zoom.us. You can download it for free, and it's a conferencing app, and it's very safe. Nothing to worry about.
You want to put that in the chat,
so
bro?
if you've already got it, yeah, I can do that.
No, Justin, I gotta watch that about the Jehovah's Witness video. That should be
I haven't seen it either.
So there you go, Snow. Yeah, there you go, Zoom US, and you can go on there, follow the steps, and then we can. I think I pretty much, between the two of us, got everybody that's in here, so I can send out invites. Yes, Sue, it's free.
Yeah, they're like many other pieces of software. You can buy free or you can pay for it or whatever have you. But if you have it free, well, what it amounts to is the free version just kicks you off after 45 minutes if you have more than 2 people. And but if you come in where there's someone that has the paid version, you're good no matter what.
And let us know who runs it, who owns it. Me and Merle both have the Pro, and we have our own rooms. The Messenger's been in my room, Melissa's been in my room, Justin's been in my room.
I don't
Merle's
think
been in my
I
room.
have the Messenger in.
It's totally
It's
free.
funny.
Yep. Alright, Merle, run the show for a sec.
It's funny how you can almost remember who you've got. Well, when you've got only like maybe 280 subscribers at least. The Messenger reveals. I like your channel. Looks good. Are you sure you want to unsubscribe? Well, I was already subscribed, I guess. Yeah. Oh well. Yes, it was. Yeah, I'm getting old and I forget who's who and who's where, and or I use that for an excuse anyway. Do you have to have Zoom to go into someone's room who has it? Yeah. They ask you, what you have to do is you have to download some software to make it work, is what it amounts to. So if I was to invite you to come to my room, you would have to download the proper software to make it work. And believe me, it is very, very safe. big important companies use it, and I would trust it probably over Skype. I like it a lot better. I've used both. Yeah, Mighty Warriors of God. A girl named Danny does a really good Bible study. Yeah, I believe that.
Okay.
I wouldn't be.
Where is she? I didn't see her.
She's not here, but I'm surprised that she hasn't at least stopped in. She sometimes works on Friday and Saturday night, I think.
Yeah, Daniela's got a good
Papa Truck.
Bible study.
Papa Truck Prepsteader, greetings to you and thanks for coming in.
You read Justin's comment.
I guess I'm subscribed to everybody. Read whose?
Justin's.
Oh my gosh, these trolls on my channel. Antifa garbage. Merle, I don't think Mama would be happy you offering people into your room. Yeah, well, it's just one of those things. She's never surprised. Yeah, that might catch her by surprise, though.
Yeah, Walter. Daniela is a really good friend of ours. She does great Bible studies. This hearing myself is throwing me off talking.
Are you getting an echo back?
Yeah, I'm getting an echo, and I turned on my headphones, and then I can't hear anything. So I get everything running through my headphones for some reason.
Well, you might need a hammer to fix that. Big one.
Big one.
You know, like they say, don't force it, just get a bigger hammer.
Exactly. You know, it's nighttime, and it's still hot and sticky, and tomorrow it's supposed to be worse.
Yeah, last night, I've got the air conditioner set on 75, but in this room in here, it was like 79 outside and it was 79 inside. But at least the humidity wasn't like it was outside, so that always helps.
I gotta watch that, Justin. Yep, Walter. She's one of my subscribers and one of those that are in the Zoom room, so with us to do our Bible study. TJ's Workshop is in the house. Glad to see you, buddy. Trying some new stuff out here. Pretty much just going with the flow tonight. Open forum.
Yeah, I had to go back and see what I missed. I knew I missed something. Everyone inviting each other into each other's rooms sounds a little creepy. Yeah, it's about like this Sounds about like the 60s, don't it? Yeah. Oh, you guys, I tell you.
Just think we could never do this. Just think what this studio and setup would be back in the 60s or 70s, what we're doing right now. I know Merle's talked about this many times, but it's amazing what technology and what you can do.
Yeah, actually, what I usually say is like 6 years ago, maybe, it would have took a big truck and about 25 people and more to do what we're doing right here tonight.
Yep.
Just couldn't. Oh man, it's amazing what's happening. And you know, I like what we're doing, and I think it's cool. But some of the technology is just going nuts. I want to do photos in videos while the Bible is being read.
Also, that's really easy to do, depending on the software that you have in your computer. All you gotta do is put your camera to the Bible, and you can use the Bible app on the phone that you have to read it.
And Justin, we could take phone calls. It's kind of a complicated affair, and I just don't know if it's worth the effort.
That's beyond what I can accomplish, I think. Let me see.
Well,
actually,
you can do it with.
No, it's not. I can do it.
You can do it with Skype, and you can do it with Zoom too, I think.
I will call Justin momentarily, and he can say hi to everyone. We can do it.
What? But for some reason, it isn't picking up the audio right.
What ain't?
Her software,
Oh.
I think.
Alright guys, so those that are in the chat, we're gonna prank call this loaded bear right now. I got him on my cell phone. So let's see what he has to say here. Since he's not in the chat, maybe we can get him on the phone.
Loaded bear.
Hello, Antifa's recruiting line.
Hey, where's that loaded bear guy?
Loaded bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, the woods hibernating somewhere. Eating berries. It's all talk, no walk.
So can you hear him okay, Merle?
Have you seen Locked and Loaded anywhere?
Picking up?
They asked if they seen Locked and Loaded anywhere.
Oh, locked and loaded? I don't know. He's probably in jail.
Well, that's bad.
better
He's
tell
gotta start
him-
work.
You better tell him he's live.
He's gonna start working. Yeah, he'll probably break out. Fugitive on the run.
On the road
Russians will
again.
take him out.
You're on the run. Well, tell Loaded Bear that we're live.
A loaded bear?
Yeah.
Alright, let me walk out to his den.
All right.
Sounds like he almost went to sleep.
I was gonna say that.
Ridiculous.
Well, get some sleep. So Nathan says hello on air. So we can't. They're talking in the chat. Got to read the chat.
Yeah, I know. I was waking up there.
All right, brother. Well, you take care, get some rest, and we'll talk to you again.
All right, everybody. You have a blessed night. Burrow, you have a wonderful night. Everybody in the chat, have a wonderful night. God bless. Stay safe. We had on a swivel. All that good stuff. Later.
Take care, brother. So we
Sounds like he's about ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Sounds like he might be about ready to go to sleep.
You too,
Do
TJ.
not give Mark your number. Walter got to do a harvest on the farm. Have a lot of trees coming out, some oaks, walnuts, cherry, poplar. Ah, yeah. And cash in the billfold.
There's that loaded bear.
Oh, no. Locked and loaded is a sissy. You can say that again.
Hey, Terry. Oh, that's
Hi, Terry.
funny. And Snow, if I promise that I would never call you and do that on live stream. I promise.
Yeah, I don't know whether to trust you anymore or not.
Oh.
He talked for a long time and he didn't know he was live. Whew.
Oh, that's funny.
Terry Trotto, I don't know if I got you or not. I'll see.
Yep. Where you been, Terry? Been on for
No, I don't.
9 hours,
But
43 minutes.
I do now.
Let it snow.
Yeah, you can't give him a ghillie suit.
I'll disappear. I just go get my own.
Loaded bear, bang, bang, crybaby, locked and loaded, my poor head hurts. I got an owie in my head. He's a sissy. Yeah.
Better get him.
I bet that helped.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've been pretty busy with the gardening and all our stuff too. Weather's killing me.
Got green beans coming out of my ears here.
I told you could send a box, but I think it'd be rotten by the time I get here. Just be chicken feed.
Yep.
So why'd you plant more?
But she just always does. When she's got a spot for a fall crop, she just puts something in. Fireman CV.
There he is.
Welcome.
How's it going, fireman?
Thank you, fireman, for straightening him out. We needed somebody to do that. That loaded bear, he's trouble. Hello, fireman. Welcome. Welcome to the insane asylum, where they get when it gets later, we get crazier.
Just trying new stuff on. So what do you think, fireman? What do you think the new set? It's only a couple hours old. Still in the process.
When he started this thing off, he had me in both of those windows. That was way too much of me. He blames it on me too, fireman. He says I got him started in this stuff and he's addicted.
Well, you started with the technology, so I figured.
Oh well.
You know, you can only do so much, right?
Fireman, is our audio good this week? We had a little trouble in the past. I think we're okay now, best I can tell. I hope so.
I checked it on Dawn's and it was all good.
Oh, great. Good night, Loaded Bear. Behave yourself.
So, Fireman, this is the
Careful out
newest and greatest set that I built with vMix. So now I'm starting to figure out what vMix can actually do instead of making the normal stuff.
Oh, it'll do a lot.
Yep.
In fact, the truth of the matter is, I haven't upgraded for about 3 or 4 times because the upgrades were not anything that I needed. And occasionally, you know, the thing of it is when upgrades come out, I always wait 3 or 4 days minimum before I do the upgrade. So if there's something in there that is going to cause a problem, I'll let somebody else find it.
You see that? Fireman deleted Loaded Bear's comment.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've heard he's one good one with a wrench.
Yep.
That's funny. Good night, Justin.
Thanks for stopping by there, Cheap.
Yes. We'll see about having another get-together of some kind next week, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Depends on how busy this week is. I noticed that Mark's really good about volunteering me to do things with Zoom.
Hey, I can do Zoom. That's not a problem. If we're not going to go live, I'm just going to switch over because it's your weekend for live streaming. But if you want to do Zoom and want me to do it on mine, I'm more than happy to do it.
Oh, we'll figure something out. Just trying to irritate you. You're a hard guy to get to. I mean, you're too easy to get along with.
Yeah. No, Fireman, Loaded Bear, and Locked and Loaded they're the same. They just like fighting with each other. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
If Justin was in here, he'd tell Loaded Bear where to go.
But the problem is he sometimes forgets which one he is. So you know.
Yeah. Yep.
I think there are a couple of other personalities lurking around in there as well.
Let us know, says sweet hibernating Loaded Bear. That's funny.
Uh-huh. I'm going to call it a day here pretty quick. I'm going to leave it with you here before long.
You only got 10 minutes.
I'm an old guy. Oh, 11 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah, I would hate to get... I wouldn't want my pay to get docked for 10 minutes. Well, we've had a good crowd in here. Golly, there's 20 in here now, according to the tube. That's not bad.
Hey, there's Locke. Welcome back. You missed your buddy Loaded Bear. He was in here mouthing off about you. The fireman got him, though.
Fireman kicked him out for sure. He should have showed up with those witnesses.
So yeah, guys, we got about 10 minutes left, and we're gonna shut this down. So if you don't have anybody in the chat that you'd recognize and you would like to subscribe to their channel, feel free to do so. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And I want to thank each and everybody for coming and spending time with us tonight and seeing up with the new software and making sure everything is working right. It does make things easier and fun. I like playing with Merle and putting them in 2 boxes. It was really fun.
And we have had a good bunch of people in the chat tonight, I think, too. Everybody had something to say, and everything went pretty well. And I could even read all those big words that some of them were using.
So yeah, we got Merle in both boxes now, lighting them up.
Oh man, I got it covered up. I can't see it.
Oh.
I got the chat over top of it.
Oh. But
good night, Danielle.
Danielle, take care. Terry, sorry you missed the live stream too, but you got here in the end. That's all that matters. Nathan, thanks for stopping in. Justin, I hope you feel better.
Absolutely.
And I hope tomorrow that you just rest and take it easy for the start of your new job. Snow, like always.
Everybody come back too.
Yeah, Snow, we're going to pre-record the Zoom next weekend, and then if everybody agrees to load it up to YouTube, then we will. If one person doesn't like that, then we will not.
Yep. I think that's the way to do it. We may not do it for 3 hours, but you know, we'll do it for an hour, hour and a half or something maybe.
Something like that, yep. Sybil, thank you so much for your good advice and helping out with things. And like I said, if you need any help with that video, just let me know. Melissa, I'll help you with your Bible video. DE, thank you for coming by. I gotta check out that YouTube or that video that Justin did with a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, and yeah, just for the heck of it, I'm going to put my email address in the chat.
Yeah, me too.
It's Micro HomeSteaders at Gmail. So if everybody that's interested in doing the Zoom thing would send us an email.
So you have both fires there. If you're interested, just send us a link and say you're interested, and we will be contacting you
send
Saturday.
you an invitation.
It will be probably around 7 my time, 8 Merle's time.
Yep. Sounds good. I've had a good evening. I enjoyed everything. I tell you, it's hard to get mad at anybody in here, that's for sure. Fireman, we're going to run too. We're going to shut it down in about 3 or 4 minutes. So thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time. All
right, guys. The The chat will continue to run here for a little bit, but me and Merle will be off, and you guys all take care. God bless. Like always, be good, be safe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye, sleep well.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. The feeling we chase. I'm wide awake. Take me away now. 'Cause I won't go down the same old path again now. No, I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. Feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me. Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy. Making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive.